right, just starting the show right out of the gate with the words Robert Hunter wrote for Uncle John's band. Tony, it goes like this. Ain't no time to hate, barely time to wait. We ain't got time to wait today, kids. Wait till you see how much S we're going to jam into this show. But happy Friday, everybody. Great to see everybody lined up for a high noon broadcast. We're going to get this weekend kicked off in grand fashion, and we're going to do it real quick because Tony had a great broadcast yesterday with Dom Peralta and the great Zaza Pachulia, and I want to revisit that and bring that to those of you who missed it. We'll give you a chunk of it anyway, and then we're going to come back from that. Then we're going to give you Greg Trela, our guest music assignment sponsor today. Tony, if you have any opening comments, I'll accept them now. If not, I'm going to go right to Danny C. That's Dan Coach Emilio with securemoney.com. But Tony, your thoughts and comments very quickly, please.
I'm just I'm a little slow today. Where is my
you
quick?
Just gave up thanking. For Christ's sakes, have a heart. Yeah.
I mean, a good day, everyone, Paulie, is basically what I wanted to say to everybody.
Good day, everyone.
Okay, because I'm a little housed. I did our show at noon, then Dom Peralta and I had to sit down with Zaza and the live broadcast at Shoot 360. Thank you to everybody at Shoot 360. Great spot at Shoot 360 San Mateo if you're interested in getting involved there. Zaza was amazing, Paulie. We'll see it in a few minutes. And then I went and saw the Bob Weir tribute at the Fox Theater in Redwood City, and I got to tip my cap to Stu Allen and Dave Ellis, the two all-stars of the show. For me, at least personally, it was, I needed it, even though I was housed. I needed it. A couple times I sat down, like I said I was going to do. I sat down in the theater. By the way, I got to get you to the Fox Theater in Redwood City.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
It's a beautiful room. Saw our guy, your guy especially, Dennis McNally. Saw Dennis McNally last night. Said hello. He said to say hello, to say give you a big hug.
I love Dennis.
He'll come on the show anytime that we ask, and it was great to see him. And the music, the playing last night was so good. They did a playing in the band that was good. They didn't estimate it. They did Feel Like a Stranger.
Nice.
Dude, first set they played Bombs Away, Paulie.
Wow.
In the first set they played Bombs Away.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Bombs away. Will I get some back in love again? Yeah.
Oh, dude, hold on.
Bombs away. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's great. Well, that's the best thing we can do now that Bobby has left us. Like, keep that music alive, get those songs in the air. And that's why I'm doing a Bobby tribute set on 320 at Brisbane Inn as well. I totally get it. I want to play those songs and keep them alive.
Oh, so good, man. And Cassidy, they did a great version of Cassidy. It was so good, Paulie. And I just also want to thank Dom Peralta so much for all of the help he lent me and the broadcast yesterday. He was just, Johnny on the spot with everything, and just Dom, thank you. It just the guy's Los is the one-stop shop for mortgage lending, and Dom is one-stop shop for our show.
Dom's a machine. He's a freaking machine. Yeah,
machine, dude. Yeah, machine. But Paulie, real quick, right out of the gates, super sticker. Miriam is a super sticker. What's up, Miriam? Thank you for being a super sticker.
Thank you.
Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, Miriam. Thank you. Crank some for yourself.
Yeah. Quadrophenia, preferably, if you got that one. Yeah.
Yes. By the way, fish tickets went on sale today. Everybody's all pissed off because the bots took all the tickets. So
see, I'm tired of the whole operation. I really am. I'm tired of all of it. Nice mug, dude. Nice mug. Shout out to the mug. Yeah.
Yeah, you like that. And then also our girl Patty from Napa, the broad of PMP. She's the queen broad. She said, I might miss Greg Trela today due to cell coverage, but I know he'll do great. Superb job by Tony and Dom last night. Thank you very much, Patty. Thank you all who joined us last night. And for those of you who didn't, we'll replay the Zaza interview because Zaza was incredible.
He's one of the great human beings walking amongst us. He really, and you're going to see that demonstrated in a minute because I agree. I love that man. Great guy.
I thought maybe 10 minutes, Paulie. 28 minutes.
Oh, he's generous. He'll keep going. Zaza will run with it if you give him the mic. No doubt.
Just to tease, we talked about Zaza the dad versus Zaza the former three-time NBA champion. We talked about Georgian food. We talked about the NBA presence in Georgia and internationally. We talked about Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and we talked about you and Murph, and it was just a great chat with Zaza.
I'm sorry I missed it, but I had my hands full, but I love Zaza. I'll catch him next time for sure.
Totally. And dude, as a dad, he totally understands. He goes family first. Family first. And that's what I told Dennis McNally last night too, because Dennis like, where's Paulie tonight?
Yeah.
I go, His son's in town, just flew in from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And then Dennis looked at me and goes, well, family first. Yeah, of course.
Well, see, and you're going to see that someday when your kids grow up and fly the coop. Like, it's precious time you get with them, so you got to really take advantage. Yeah.
I can already feel them like slipping away. Time
Yeah. Shout out to the Rolling Stones and Keith Richards, "Slipping Away."
Dude,
Great ballad by Keith.
Shout out, slip sliding away.
Dude, the Keith ballad is so sad too. He's like, I guess it's just another dream that's slipping away. Yeah, Keith will do a ballad. He'll pull the heartstrings. All right, Tony, I want to do a read for Dan Coachemilio and SecureMoney.com right out of the gate. Dan is, well, you saw him yesterday. He was our Giants correspondent in Scottsdale, one of them. Monster Giant fan. He'll probably be at the Yard today for the Dodger game too. But if you go to his website, SecureMoney.com, you will see that he raves about his clients, the people that go to him for business. And he says, the reason that I love this, he goes, the reason my clients are so happy is because I'm protecting them. I'm keeping their money secure and safe. Great concept. And that's why we have Dan on board. Dan is with SecureMoney.com, 30 years in the business, dedicated to providing all of his clients with honest service, fast results, and productivity over the long haul. Now, the focus of Dan's work is safety and protection, meaning that's his commitment right there. He's committed to protecting the money that you have so you don't lose money, you don't take hits. And then, of course, he's trying to grow your money over time as well. He can assist you with financial growth and financial opportunity. When they come across his desk, you're going to benefit. Now, Dan's going to work with you so you can maximize your income. And this is one of my favorite things, pay fewer taxes in the process, something I think we'd all like to achieve, to be totally honest with you. He can also help you with retirement planning, life insurance, IRA planning, estate planning, 401k rollover, stuff like that. I think Patty from Napa is going to knock on his door next week and have a conversation. And again, Dan has access to guaranteed options paying 7% on 2-year terms. Pretty badass right there. And 8% on 5-year terms. Again, he is a financial professional. SecureMoney.com. Let him be your financial advisor. He's going to give you great results. Give him a call and have an initial conversation with him. Just tell him where you're at in life and what you're trying to do. 1-888-960-SAFE. 1-888-960-SAFE. Of course, email Dan at it's Dan@SecureMoney.com. Last thing I'll say, Tony, the guy's 30 years in the game. He's been doing this for 30 years. You think he knows what he's doing by now? So this is a polished professional who's going to look out for your financial well-being and try to improve it over time.
Two things that Dan has done for most of his life is looking out for your money and also being a avid baseball fan. And just a passionate human being. And what we love about Dan is that he's a caring dude, and he chose a career path that he wants to take care of others. And it's a very common thread with everybody that we partner with on the show. Dan is the most recent example. Dan at SecureMoney.com. And Paulie, like you said, safety and protection are the two main keywords when involving Dan's mantras, basically behind Secure Money. Seriously, and meeting people, and like he'll come across people that are misinformed, and he's like, please let's just have a conversation so I can inform you, give you the right information, and you can make the decision from there. And he's not going to pressure you. That's the thing, man. Dr. Young's not going to pressure you in the dentist office. Carlos De La Fuente is not going to pressure you. Neil Donardi's not going to pressure you. Nobody's going to pressure you.
I might pressure you to eat Neil Donardi's pizza. The pressure comes from me. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Yeah.
Dude, yes. By the way, I saw Neil last night at Shoot 360. He was slinging pies.
He rules. He rules. Yeah.
But just Dan, seriously, if you want to protect your money, if you want to do it with somebody that we trust,
right,
and that you can trust, it's Dan Coachemilio. 888-960-SAFE. The number again is 888-960-SAFE, or the SAFE is also 7233. Okay, Paulie? Or email him, Dan at SecureMoney.com.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. We love you, and we appreciate your partnership very much. Tony, what we're going to do now is we're going to throw it to your interview with Zaza Pachulia from yesterday. I didn't get to see the whole thing, so I'm looking forward to this too. And then on the other side of that, let's have Greg Trela ready to rock and roll. Now, the assignment, we'll give you all the listener contributions as well. pauliespod@gmail.com if you want to send it in. The assignment is, as per Greg, this is what he dictated. He said, I want songs that are not jazz, but that include the saxophone. And I got a couple of good ones up my sleeve. I hope I'm demanding 2 from you today. So I need 2. Utah, give me 2. Give me one.
Utah, give me 2.
There we go.
Yeah.
Paulie, I've got 2 waiting in the wings. I've got my vinyl. No, there they are right there. I got 2 records in my hand.
Okay.
I'm doing the show from home today. Paulie, really quickly, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The NFLPA, the NFL Players Association survey has just been released with the 49ers grades. These are from the players, okay?
Okay.
All A's and B's. All A's and B's. The treatment of the facilities. The treatment of families, home game field, food, dining area, A's and B's. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, coaching, team ownership, general manager, all A's and B's. 3 C minuses, dude. Ready? Or no, sorry, 2 C minuses. Ready? Training room.
Yeah.
And training staff.
Wow.
C minuses. These are from the players, dude. Those are from the players. That's we're not making this up. This isn't our speculation. That's the grades from the Players Association, the 49er Players Association. C minus to the training facilities, C minus to the training staff. That's got to change, dude. The rest are A's and B's, right? And that's what I tell my kids in their report cards. Just get A's and B's. A's and B's.
I was going to say C minus is across the board. That sounds like one of my old report cards from the high school days. I was a C minus master. I was the master of the C minus. All right, Tony. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, the training facility and the trainers. Yeah, that's a pretty important job for an NFL team. So ponder that while Tony throws it to Zaza. Go ahead and set it up, kid.
I will, Paulie, and just give me one number, 272, episode 272. Give me one number in episode 272 numerology. Give it to me. Any combination of 272.
Dude, 72 is a tough one.
I can give you a 72 that's not on the Niners, but I can give you a 72.
Give me one. I need one.
Dexter Manley, dude. He had a mohawk. I'll never forget Dexter Manley with the Redskins.
And it was bleached. Mohawk. It was like bleach blonde. Yeah, great call, dude. I'm going to leave it there. I can't top the bleach blonde mohawk. Respect to you for Dexter Manley. That's a great pull. All right, beautiful. Tony, set it up. It's all you, kid.
Okay, well, so yesterday, again, we were invited to broadcast at the grand opening of Shoot 360. It is basically a basketball training facility that is high tech that the Warriors have been using for years. And the reason they are using this technology is because of Zaza Pachulia. He's the one who brought this technology to Steve Kerr and to the Warriors. And so my buddy Dan, who lives here on the peninsula, he opened one and he asked us to broadcast at the grand opening yesterday. He said, Zaza's going to be there. Zaza's going to join you. I thought we were going to get 5-10 minutes with Zaza. Turns out that we got, a damn near a half an hour, and it was Dom and I. So it's a great way how he starts the interview too. I'll throw it to this, and this is literally how Zaza sat down.
Bring it.
Start the interview. Stand by. I got it. Hold on. Let me start that again.
Nothing easy.
We were playing the soundbite earlier.
Deja vu, baby.
Yeah, dude, come on. Zaza Pachulia, thanks for coming on, man. We were saying 3-time champion.
2 plus 1,
yeah. 2 plus 1. 2 as a player and a 1 as in the front office. First of all, how are you? How you been?
Amazing. Feeling great. Enjoying the life and got to be able to do the things I was not necessarily doing when I was playing because it was a different lifestyle and different priorities. So now it's like spending time with the family. And I was just texting before I came here. It's like to my son, we go hear the game yesterday. He played like a lot, and tomorrow they're playing game. So what do you do in between? Like today, not game day, right? So I told him like, listen, please stretch. Get like 20-30 minute shots up and then stretch a lot and work on your body because tomorrow you're gonna be on the court again, plays 30 plus minutes. So it's so fun, like to be able to kind of relate and share your experience with your kids, and it's a lot of fun.
That's the coolest. And one thing I noticed that's key is you said still, even though it's an off day, still get 20 to 30 shots in, right?
20 to 30 minutes, because you gotta be ready because it's playoffs, right? It's kind of toward the end. You gotta be smart, like you're not a robot.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you do the right things and ready for next day. When he's a kid, he's like 17 years old. He's a big boy, right? So
nice.
You gotta be smart with the wear and tear. You gotta be smart with preparation and kind of understanding what to do, when to do, and what to do, right? I mean, those are the small things that are going to be a difference maker.
Totally. And all about the reps, right? All about the reps.
Quality reps, being efficient and being smart with it. Don't waste any time. I hate when the kids tell me, "Oh, I spend hours and hours in the gym." I say, "Okay, doing what?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
are you working on your game or just like messing around? Like,
Right.
you know." So again, a lot of times those kids, unfortunately, like, you know, making mistakes, obviously, right? But I don't know. I think they're lucky. I think they're lucky too.
We were saying that earlier,
Yeah.
Zaza. They are so lucky. I'm
What is
trying
it?
not to sound like the annoying dad when I tell my son how lucky he
I
is,
know.
but it's really true.
By the way, talking about lucky, how lucky are these kids to have this kind of opportunity?
That's what I was
Like,
going to mention too. Yeah.
There were like, I think 5 parents came and said, "Dude, I wish we had that." You know,
Right, yeah.
I said, "I'm with you, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is pretty special. Like,
Yeah.
you know, talking about science and talking
Mhm.
about NASA scientists and, you know, research is done and, you know, all the millions and millions of shots, hundreds of millions of shots were like until like to kind of figure out what is the right, you know, trajectory.
Yes.
Depth and left and right is the easiest one, probably zero, but to kind of, you know, build the muscle memory for the perfect shot. I mean, wow, these kids, and they kind of get a feedback after every single shot taken.
One. Yeah.
And then seeing as a coach or whoever you are, it's like seeing also after the workout, after shooting a couple hundred shots, seeing the why you missing. It's like you're going to a doctor. It's like a doctor, I have this problem. It's like, what's wrong with you, right? So it's like, oh, your shot is like you're missing because it's short or it's left, or maybe your shoulder's not squared up. Like, you know, so many things, and you can be better immediately, like literally. So again, it's pretty cool.
Well, you were a great for a center. You were a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
And
Free throw, mid range.
yeah,
Exactly.
but that didn't just happen overnight.
Yeah.
Right. That's putting in the work.
Absolutely. But you know, if I had this, maybe I could have, you know, crazy fact. Dirk Nowitzki texted me yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's working on TV now, so
Uh-huh.
probably he's
Yeah, yeah.
seeing all kind of stats. Probably he's seeing more stats now as a retired and, you know, being,
Right.
you know, working on TV than probably when he was playing.
Yeah.
So he sends me interesting stats. I have the most amount of shots taken from 3 without a make.
Come on.
No way.
I lead that, you know, I gotta lead something, right? So I'll lead that.
What a stat.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, hey, yes, I didn't have a hogger, you know, his trainer,
Uh-huh.
this German guy,
Yeah.
scientist, super smart,
Yeah.
legendary hogger. And also we didn't have shoot 360.
Yeah.
exactly.
Right. Speaking of Shoot 360, how did you? Because Steve Kerr says you brought this to the Warriors.
Yeah.
So how did it all begin? How did you get involved in
The
Shoot 360
backstory.
from the get go?
Yeah, so I met the founder of Craig Moody
Uh huh.
through Jeff Adiega. So Jeff Adiega runs the Warriors Academy, Youth Academy.
Okay.
So back then, you know, there was only 20 plus locations, not too many locations.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, Craig is coming and, you know, trying to explain what the Shoot 360 is. And he uses this amazing, sexy words, I would say, like, you know, technology, the innovation,
Right.
and science, and
Splash
this
zone.
and that, and, you
Yeah.
know, like splash zone. I said, hey, you know, like growing up, for someone like who played this game for a long time,
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Right.
You know, honestly, I said, dude, like, I heard assist, I heard the rebound, I
Yeah.
heard, you know, like, you know, setting the screen and layup and dunking and all that. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're joking now, but, you know, like, seriously, because he was so intriguing, so interesting the way he was explaining. I was like, I got curious. I said, I want to experience it. I want to, like, where is the closest location? So he's LA. And I told Jeff, I said, Jeff, we need to fly out there.
Yeah.
And this is a true story, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We fly next day to LA. So, you know, in and out, right? So we no back checking, nothing. So we probably 3 hours is enough. Go out there like hour and a half, you know, just spend the hour and a half and just like bounce out right away. Like that's all. We missed the flight.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Like we got in the gym and like, you know, start, you know, demonstrate, like, you know,
Yeah.
checking these things out, like, you know, the shooting side, the skill side. We totally missed the flight.
Wow.
And
Nice.
then when I looked at it, it's like, oh my God, Jeff, playing his gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like, you know, hold on, this is it. Like, you know, I imagine like myself having 4 kids, and I said, all the kids in the world, it doesn't matter. Like, are you serious with your game? You love gamification side of it, or you just want to hang out with your buddies? Or, you know, for people like us, like, you know, for me, I'm not trying to prove anything right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I just need to stay fitted.
Yeah.
And, exercise. So it's for everyone. And I just love the side. And, it's like, okay, let's talk about investment opportunities. So I did eventually invest in that.
That's amazing. And Zaza, you've since helped to bring this to Georgia, right? To your
Georgia was the first international location.
International location.
Definitely first European location. And, Craig and I, we started with a, simple investment. And I said, you know what? I would love to give back, to my country because, Georgians are kind of used to like whatever comes in U.S., like any innovation, right?
Yeah.
Like talking about Waymo, for example, driverless cars, right? So probably Georgia gonna get in 5 to 10 years. And I said, you know what? I have a chance to change this narrative.
Right.
So it's like you guys are the first ones actually getting it for US. So it's kind of giving back because basketball is very, very popular.
It's huge, yeah.
So in the last 20 years we have 7 NBA players, right? And right now we have 2. So it's very popular, and that's why I think that would be cool to give back and also giving kids and youth, that everyone took a chance, to train in the right way. And also on top of it, I say, actually, you know what? I'm the right guy for you to run the European market.
Right.
Because the contact, the relationships, and just like understanding how the Europe works. And I think you need me, so I was like, might as well. I want to board anyway.
That's
so
fantastic.
all in.
I mean, you had the experience coming from Turkey and that the Turkish league, winning 3 championships there, and then where do you kind of see that going? Like everywhere.
Like basketball is a global sport.
Yep.
We see we see the presence we have here in NBA,
right?
And now in college, so many exciting college players coming from overseas, right? So you can tell basketball is popular, and it's not stopping. It's really elevating. I don't want to get in a conversation because it's getting sensitive, but one of the best players in the league today from international. I'm from Europe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's sensitive side.
Well, we're still Steph fans over here.
100%. I'm all Steph guy.
Speaking about somebody who put in the work, what was it like playing with Steph?
You should ask him that. How was it like playing with
What was
Zaza?
it like playing with Zaza? Yeah.
Dude, he got easiest shots, man. My elbows feel hurting for setting the screens.
I was going to say, you made a career out of picking people.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Thanks God the referees would not call offensive foul.
Oh, no question, right?
No, they started with the calling, but they got tired of it.
Right. And then Draymond seems like he's a fun guy to play with too, huh? Passionate guy?
Of course, we had ups and downs, but at the end of the day, the mix of guys we had with veteran leadership, toughness, the quickness, the IQ, the intelligence, and everyone put the egos on the side, and the leadership we had, coach we had, the staff we had, fans. Oh my God! I can go on and on. Probably I'm so lucky to experience that, guys. It was an experience that I'm never gonna forget in my life. And
nice.
Not only me, but my family would never forget. All forever grateful for love we got, friends lifetime friends we got.
Yeah.
It's priceless. So I love Dub Nation. I love Warriors. It's family forever.
Hey, and they love you, man.
Yeah,
Dub Nation, we love you too, man.
They love you or we love you. Are you with us or not?
Absolutely.
Dub
Nation
we
for
love
life.
you.
Dub Nation for life.
Yeah, for life.
No,
Before
seriously.
they were good, and still today. That's actually. I'm curious. So you're still working for the front office. What is that like, and where do you kind of see yourself going in the organization?
Yeah, it's a good question. I remember the question was asked when I first retired and joined the Warriors. I said, I'm gonna be a GM. I want to be a GM or president, right? So they kind of dream big, But then I realized, there's so many other ways that the opportunities came up, and I started enjoying helping and supporting every single department.
Yes.
Basically, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of supporting Super 60,
Totally. Yes.
And then because understanding, I went through that process of opening and how important it is to start, set the tone and start the right way. So I said, listen, he's a great guy, and he's so passionate what he does, and so let me go out there and support him. So, but but same time, you need to be open-minded. You need to keep working, keep getting better, keep learning, right? To keep executing things and building those relationships. And you never know when call gonna come, when the opportunity is gonna come.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm telling to my kids, and I'm doing the same thing. Just be ready for the right opportunity, right time, and you never know when that opportunity, when that call gonna come.
Yeah.
You better be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my mindset, and that's what I tell my kids, and because they play basketball. So.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, modern day NBA question. Can you explain traveling to me in
I'm still
today's
trying
game?
to figure out. If you guys know anything, please tell me.
I mean, I watch it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the athleticism that's happening in today's game, but I don't know what traveling is
We
anymore.
just love highlights. Man.
Yes.
Let them travel.
Yeah.
Let them duck the ball. But some
There's
people
no
they need 5 steps to jump higher, like me.
Yeah. Well, the Euro step, as they call it, right? But what
Tony,
about,
maybe that's the next stage for Shoot 360.
Totally.
Learning how to understand that side of the footwork side.
they can put footwork into the floor,
Yeah.
right? The technology into the floors. But in today's day and age, is there somebody that you really love to watch in today's game?
Creativity.
Yeah.
Creativity. That's so fun. And I hate the coaches and I hate the programs where they're trying to box those kids out.
Yeah.
Instead of, let them be creative, but like same time, like control them, of course. Like, it's not a wild west. It's like you want to make sure, like, those guys understand the concepts and, what is the right way to play this game.
Yeah.
But that's why this, it doesn't sound complicated, but like same time, it's very, very few people can do that. And, I've been spending a lot of time in the youth sports, and unfortunately, you don't see a whole lot.
Mhm.
But once you see it, it's so beautiful to watch those kind of tips where it's not about wins and losses. To be honest, it's about like developing and keep building the foundation that you can build a whole freaking career. I love that when I see the young kids playing the right way and the right thing in the minds. So.
And now, how old are your boys now? You said 117?
16 and 17.
16,
That's sophomore
17.
and junior. Yep.
Oh, man, both hoopsters and loving it, I assume?
They love it. They genuinely love it. Like, I would not be like letting them play if it was me. That's nothing. I have nothing to do. They're the ones who came to me, to us, as my wife and I. It's like, we want to play basketball. Are you sure? Yeah, Dad, we love it. It's amazing. I really want to. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because it's not an easy ride.
No,
it takes so much.
Yeah.
We know you're gonna sacrifice, and it's gonna be a bumpy ride, and this and that. But like going through that is another phenomenon. So if you're not ready mentally for that, it's not gonna happen.
We talk youth sports a lot on our show. I think it's one of the reasons why Dan and Craig had us come out here today. Yeah. Not Zaza the player, but Zaza the dad. When do you talk about the last game or the last practice or the last performance of your kids? Like, when's the right time that you address that?
That's a tricky question.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You're gonna get me in trouble now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
So understanding, like, first of all, you gotta understand what your kid is about. Like, who he or she is, like, what they like, what works for them.
Right.
Yeah.
One doesn't fit all. Like with my example, I'm gonna tell you, like, we talk the same day. Like, the card, I say, it's like, because I read it, I continue to read it, like, continue asking questions. So how you do it? Like, after the good game, after the bad game, after okay game, after win, after loss, like, everybody has different answers. I don't think there's a right or wrong as far as you really know what your kid is about and how they're gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
But what is the right way to approach to them, right?
Yeah.
So if you can figure it out, and it's very easy to figure out, go and do it. Whatever works, man. Like, end of the day, we're trying to help them, right? So if right after the game gonna help, do it.
Sure.
If it doesn't, just wait for the next day.
Right.
So, but us, like, honestly, like, I'll give you yesterday's example.
Yeah.
it was a really, really close game against a really good team. We only lost by 3 points. An
Whoa.
emotional game,
Boom.
right? Emotional game. My son had the last shot to take for the tie. Didn't go in, right? But you can imagine how
There's Craig.
legend.
No, that's
Craig Moody,
that's
founder of
Craig
Shoot
Moody. That's who
360.
Zaza's been talking about. Craig Moody, the
Um,
president and founder of Shoot 360.
Yep.
Just came by the booth. Nice. Sorry, Zaza, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yesterday you could say like probably you couldn't ask for a more emotional day. Like
Right.
like he played well. He played well. He could have done better, but he played well, right? So, but they had a chance to win, and the last shot, all that. He came to me right after the game. He came to me.
Wow.
What do you think? Like so it tells you like, hey, he wants it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
That's
if you-
impressive. That's really
If
impressive.
you have ignored, or if you have like doesn't feel comfortable in that situation, of
Right.
course, let it go. Like
Yeah.
and you talk like next day, So
But he wants to take it to the next
anyways,
level. and
that's a very
It's a
kind of
touchy.
long answer, but so I think it's not right or wrong.
Because it's a touchy
Yes.
topic, right?
Yes.
Because you're right. Some kids are ready for it at the moment. Some kids are like, now is not the right time,
Exactly.
But it is all fascinating to watch. And I don't know if your boys play video games at all, but like my kids do a little bit. But what I love about Shoot 360, it's a combination of video games and exercise and reps and getting out and being with coaches and being with other kids.
It is, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that because that's one of the things actually you can do it, and there's so many kids. By the way,
Yeah.
I've invested in some of the mobile apps and the video games and stuff. I understand that there's such a huge demand. And,
Yeah.
there are so many people from all over the age, all over the world, like playing the video games.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's not slowing down.
Right.
So
No.
you can understand, like, and this tech, we're talking about getting better at efficiency and all that, but like, it also helps you to just go and enjoy it. Like, just like collect the points. You can like play shooting game with your neighbor in the same gym, or you can be here and you can play against someone in Georgia
Yeah.
Amazing.
or someone in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
so, and this tech, this platform brings everyone together.
Together.
So
Yeah.
how cool is that?
That's so cool.
Like, I'm telling you, man, like, being from Georgia and traveling the world, there's so many kids dreaming about coming in this country, right, to play basketball because, the best place to do that.
Yeah.
They're dreaming about it. Imagine those kids every day they have a chance to compete against American kids,
Right.
or vice versa.
Yeah. Vice
Because,
versa.
like,
yeah.
Europeans are known as shooters. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And, even though, like, the best shooter in the world is American,
Yeah.
Stefan Karjovic. Right, but, but I'm sure it's like, it's a win-win situation for everyone, man. Like, so, I think that thing is like, we're not talking about playing them yet. We're talking about competing
together. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, Zaza, I was going to say it must be really awesome having both of your sons just a year apart and watching the two of them compete together, and then also them have experience to try shoot.
You haven't seen the dark side.
Oh yeah.
The competition gets ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me any detail, please.
Well, and you mentioned Georgia. I got to ask you. So we're right next to the town of San Carlos.
Oh yeah.
And there are Georgian restaurants in San
Yeah.
Have you visited those? Have you ever tried them out?
Come on. Of course I have. Of course I have. You think this hype came from where? This is Georgia food, baby.
Yeah.
What's an example of a good Georgian dish?
Oh, man. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
You guys spent 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. You guys are in an hour? Georgian dish, man. Like, it's very rich. I'll tell you that. Like, it's a modernized. It's like very Middle Eastern. Touch of Asian, touch of Persian, touch of Turkish.
Oh, the flavors are amazing.
All over the world.
Yeah.
Because, this is a small, tiny country, only 3.7 million people. But if you look at it in the map, geographically where it's located, we've been getting attacked for years and years. So that's why, influence from our neighbors all came.
Yeah, exactly.
But we kept our identity. That's why I'm so proud to be Georgian, because like we're a small country, to be surrounded like Russia, Turkey, Iran, it's like not easy to sustain. So stay there. So anyway, Um, but it's a combination of everything, and obviously we have our own twist as well, and
Sure.
that's why it's so rich.
Man, Zaza, you've been so generous with your time, man. I just have one more question for you. Modern day Warriors, do you think can they make another run, one last run with Steph and Steve Kerr?
Well, listen, I think we're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I think everybody should understand.
Yeah.
We are all in. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hoping we can get the 5th championship.
Yeah.
Steph and Dre and Steve.
Yeah.
Well, no, Steve has more than 5. As a Warrior, right? But
Yeah.
it's that we're all in, and hopefully it's going to happen. Obviously, it's not easy. We're not in 2017. We're not 2018.
Right.
No.
We don't have Zaza on the court.
That's right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Steph doesn't have Zaza setting picks for him.
Yeah. No disrespect to our centers, but but no, it's not that. Like,
Right.
So the age is no joke. But
Right.
at the same time, I think we at least put ourselves in a situation to win. Hopefully we can get our guys healthy, and hopefully we're gonna have a good round. It's getting towards close to the end of the season. Right now we're looking at playing tournament. Hopefully we can get in the playoffs.
Just
There's
get
a lot
in,
of
right?
hoping,
Just get in.
But like we can, besides like what we can control, hopefully we can get like lucky as well.
Right.
And if you look at it in 17-18 when we were back to back,
Yeah.
clearly we were favorites to win, right? Not even question about it.
Yep.
But still, he still needed a lot.
Yeah.
Like I remember when KD went down, and
Right.
first it was like, oh, he tore his ACL, and it's like it was just a sprain.
Mhm.
And he came back. Steve was absent, if you guys remember.
He was,
Like,
That's right. That's
so
right.
many things can go the sideways, man, and
Life
there's no
happens.
difference. But probably now, it's when you look at percentage wise, it's like higher percentage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we still got the winner mentality, and we still got the players who know how to play this game right way. I'm excited, and hopefully we're gonna be more lucky than we were before, and even last year, like Steph's injury, like
Yeah,
really muscle, man, that was about So, I mean, I'm excited.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest, because at the end of the day, guys, you want to put yourself in a situation where you have a chance.
Yeah.
I think we do have a chance, but there are a lot of things that has to go
Yeah, a lot of stuff has to break right. Yeah.
Well, I think Steve Kerr's done an incredible job with, especially Steph's been out. Obviously Butler out for the year.
Yeah.
Draymond's been in and out of the lineup. Horford, same thing.
Yeah.
And he's still winning ball games.
Listen, I gotta tell you guys, like I think, of course, coaches and players always getting props and credit for a lot of things, but when it starts with Joe Lacob and Peter Booker. I mean, those guys are all in. Like all they want to do is win.
Yep.
It's like a song, right? All I don't.
All I wanna do
is win.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
like seriously, like this guy, like you guys feel like you're talking about luxury tax. You're talking about the revenue. Obviously, spending so much time on the business side as well, and all these meetings. They're being so consistent with the message. We want to win, and it's awesome to have owners like that. They got full support. They're gonna squeeze every single opportunity, right? For us to be better. And I want to shout out to those two guys particularly, because they. They're the owner. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Steve or Mike.
Right. But they value your perspective to have you still helping out and in the building.
It's a teamwork.
Teamwork,
Teamwork on the court, teamwork off the court as well. But it starts with them, and obviously with Bob Myers starting, Mike is doing a phenomenal job, and Steve does a great job also, like managing all these things. It's not easy, by the way.
Yeah.
Especially we're not talking about first year. We're talking about year what. 10, 11, you're like, it's a lot. It's a lot of wear and tear for him as well. To control his egos, to control the personality, to make sure you don't lose the trust and leadership.
That's what I think is so hard, is controlling the egos and the personalities.
100%. So
Talk about a mixed pot, man. That's what I love about Steph. I feel like Steph keeps that all in perspective.
100%. This is one of the best things happen, not only to me, not only to this franchise, to this game.
Yeah, exactly.
You're talking about, I don't want to go too back because you're going to say a lot of names, but at least since I've been playing, from MJ to Kobe Shakur to LeBron, KD, right? And then Steph is out there. His game is so much more beautiful than this guy. I hope he never retires.
I know, seriously. Yeah.
Hey, it's
feel the
also
same way.
on the way out. I want to show you something. I'd be remiss if I didn't show you this picture because Paulie Mac's not here right now.
Yep.
He couldn't be here because his
Name's
son
so
is
familiar.
Yeah, right. Exactly. His son is flying in from the East Coast, and he was like, "The only reason I would miss this is if for family." So, you're being a father, you know what that is. But I wanted to show you. He sent me a picture that I got to show you, and here, look at this.
Amazing trio.
Look at that.
Let's send it. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a picture.
Oh yeah, here. No, I want to show everybody else too the picture. There's Paulie and Murph and Mac. But hey,
You can take one.
yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead, there you go. There. Doing a live shot. Here we go. Heck yeah.
Awesome.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Zaza Bertulia, thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming on, and thank you for
Yeah,
everything you're
really
doing with Shoot
appreciate
360.
Appreciate it.
It's really important what you're doing for the kids
Yeah.
and adults. Adults can
And
come here and
also,
work out.
Don't get it twisted now. This is a great place for adults as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To lose weight. Summer is coming. We need six
Summer's
pack.
coming.
That's right.
Exactly.
you need your summer
Get
body.
ready
No,
for the
no
Georgia
dad bod.
beaches.
By the way, you don't have a dad bod. Why don't you have a dad bod?
It's because of this place, huh?
Just
You look
because of
good.
Super 60.
Exactly.
You look good, Zaza.
Thank you, Zaza.
Hey, thank you so much for coming by.
Bravo, Tony. Well done, brother. Well done. What a charming gentleman Zaza Pachulia is. I'm ready to anoint him as a saint. You know what I mean? Saint Zaza with a rose, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
nice, dude. That's real. He was amazing, man. And so
Yeah.
I just want to say again, real quick, thank you to Dan Trigub and to Dietrich and to Craig and to Chuck and to everybody at Shoot 360 that gave us the opportunity to have a sit down with Zaza yesterday. And again, if you're interested in Shoot 360 at Shoot 360 San Mateo, brand new location, 23 Karen Street in Belmont, California, right there on the peninsula. Great taqueria, two great breweries nearby, great bar. Also, it's a great little hood right there where you can play hoops and the kids can get involved and get good workouts in P. It was a really impressive spot. So
Yeah, and you guys did a great job too. Did you say it's located on Karen Street?
yes, 23 Karen
Dude,
Street.
every time I hear that name, I think about Goodfellas and Ray Liotta. By the way, Ray Liotta left us too. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. But in the movie, when he's like fighting with his wife, Karen, come on, Karen. By the way, also, props to you guys for bringing up Georgian food. That was really cool.
Right.
Yeah, and one other person I think who deserves a round of applause, because you did a great job, Tony, for real. You were great in that piece. Dom Peralta.
Yep.
And by the way, when Zaza shook Dom's hand at the end of the piece, it's like the limb of a tree shaking hands with like a little kid. He dwarfed you guys, man. He's like, what is he, 6'11"? Is he 7 foot? He might be a 7
No, he's
foot.
not 7 foot. I think he's officially listed at 6'9" or 6'10", but dude, he's a massive human being.
Yeah.
Massive human being. And
Yeah.
just the kindest, gentle giant out there, man. And I loved his line about Stefan Kuryanovich is what he said.
Yeah. Well,
That was
it
good
was
stuff.
nice to hear him just heap all that praise on Steph Curry, because it's it's what we were talking about yesterday on the show, actually. But since we are giving some love to Dom Peralta right now, shout out to Stellar Design. Let's do a Stellar spot. We'll come out of that, and we will bring in Greg Triola with the music assignment for this week. I'm looking forward to meeting Greg. And again, just a quick plug for anybody else who would like to join us on the show. You can become a guest sponsor of the weekly music assignment by emailing us, paulyspod@gmail.com. Let us know what you have up your sleeve, what the theme is. We will give it to the audience, and then we'll have an interaction on the air. I know John Joseph is in the wings. He'll be coming on soon too. But we have a lot of open space. If you want to sponsor the segment, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely, Paulie. Just a reminder too, on our YouTube page at Polymax Particles, that's our channel. Please head over there, like and subscribe while you're there. And then also right below our bio is the links tab where you can see the merch link, and you can click on that and you can pick a multitude of segments to sponsor if you whatever tickles your fancy. If you want ticket stubs, if you want to do the musical assignment and more right there.
I like you dropping a multitude. Shout out Bob Dylan. I contain multitudes. Okay. Yeah. Stellar Design, Tony. Dom Peralta's outfit. Listen, we love Dom. I know everybody in the chat loves Dom. There is no PMP show at this point without Dom Peralta. He's an integral part of the entire operation. And when he's not providing his services to our show. He's out there doing his own thing with his own design firm. And let's talk about Stellar Design. Tony, they are the San Francisco Bay Area based industrial design studio shaping the future of product innovation. We've got some new stuff happening. We have a yard sale new product, actually. Tony, it's the day bag in cherry blossom pink. Cherry blossom pink. That sounds sexy. I like that. To celebrate the start of Lunar New Year, bro. Lunar freaking New Year and spring as well. If you want to bring up that visual, I'll keep telling you more about Stellar. They do what they do on a daily basis. Thanks to Dom Peralta is, dude, cherry blossom. Let's go. I like that.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say I'm down with the yard sale company because they do ski gear. They're also the ones that do the magnetic ski poles. So if you do have a quote unquote yard sale going down the mountain, you're not going to lose your pole. They're not going to go flying down the mountain. But now they're branching out into ski clothing and to ski gear as well with the bag here and the day bag. It's badass, and of course Dom's involved. So Stellar Design.
When you say coming down the mountain, I'm getting warmed up from my music assignment. Shout out Jane's Addiction, coming down the mountain. Okay, Stellar Design creates award-winning designs with meaningful connections between people and product, and of course the brand that you're trying to reinforce. Whether you're an individual with an idea, a startup company, or a Fortune 500 company, Stellar Design can work with you to achieve a partnership and out-of-this-world design. Visit Stellar.design and make design impact. You can email Dom anytime. It's Dominic@Stellar.design, Tony, or call Dom 650-796-3144. Dom Peralta's out there kicking ass. I think he's doing a poster for the gig I'm doing on March. I mean, he's always got all these projects. I know he's working on the Ozzy tribute, which I look forward to seeing whenever he's ready. I'm not rushing you, Dom, whenever you're ready, but I look forward to that too. So again, if you're in marketing, if you're in advertising, or like I always say, if you have like a personal event in your life that you want to commemorate, talk to Dom Peralta. Let him get creative on your behalf, and call him anytime and have that conversation, or email him, Dominic@Stellar.design. Thank you so much, and congrats, Dom, on the yard sales new product. That's awesome.
It's really cool, Paulie. And real quick, before we get to the musical assignment of Greg Trela, I just wanted to share these real quick. This is Dom yesterday. He was taking some photos. I just want to show the setup. This is basically the ribbon cutting at the beginning with a lot of the kids that were in house. And then I just want to say, look at the setup that we put together. And this is all Dom, man. Do you notice how like every wire is like tightly wound and all organized?
It's a good thing I wasn't involved in that. The setup, I guarantee I'd screw that up.
With the wide angle lens, they got Zaza's chair. And then me in the middle that looked like Zaza's little munchkin. But it was
You're like mini me. You're like his mini me. You know, he put you in like his shirt pocket. Yeah.
And there's the front of it that Neil Donardi was outside there making pizzas, and then there's Zaza.
That's a good shot. Oh, that's a really good picture, man. You should save that. The smiling face of a Zaza, dude. How do you refuse that guy? And again, that guy is a freaking killer. When he wants to turn on the rage, watch out on the court. The Warriors need a tough guy like him right now. They don't really have that. I mean, they have Draymond Green, but they don't have a true big like Zaza to just set picks and intimidate people, because you need that. You need muscle in the paint. Yeah.
No, dude, and he was a picking machine, man. He joked around in the interview about how Steph had the easiest shots of his career because of Zaza setting picks all day to free up Steph. So, dude.
And also, do you remember like that? Sorry to interrupt you, Tony. Do you remember the friendship he had with Klay Thompson? Like him and Klay were like super tight when they were both on the board. And I love that. Like Klay and Zaza, that's a sitcom waiting to happen, man. You know what I mean? It really is.
Get him out on Klay's boat in the middle of the bay, dude.
Totally. Yeah, Captain Zaza, All right, Tony, let us meet Greg Trela. I'm going to let you kind of bring him in, and we're going to say hello, and we'll get into the guts of this week's musical assignment.
You got it, buddy.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program, Mr. Greg Trela. What's up, Greg? How you doing, brother?
Hey, Greg, welcome aboard, brother. Great to see you, man. Where are you broadcasting from today? Where are you located?
We're coming from the East Bay out in Fremont.
Nice. It must be hot out there. I can't believe how warm it is today. Is it toasty out there?
It's getting in the upper 70s, yeah. So it's getting there nice.
Yeah, it's been like the warmest day of this 2026 calendar year so far. But Greg, we first of all, thank you for being a sponsor this week. It's great that we get a chance to meet people like yourselves that are generally in the audience. Like I always say this is kind of our new version of taking phone calls for Sports Talk. So thank you for partnering up with us for today. And let's talk a little bit about the idea you have and where we're going with the assignment today.
Sure. I mean, I'm excited to be on. I've been listening. Well, I was listening to the Murph and Mac show for a decade plus, and so I would used to participate in my own head with the musical assignments that you did on the podcast with
Oh, nice, nice
with you and Creative Tony and Shannon. So
yeah, thanks, man.
I also want to say too, real quick, Greg.
Sure.
So Greg's brother Mike is a San Carlos resident, and our daughters go to school together. That's how I even met Greg, was through Greg's brother Mike. And Mike's like, "Hey, my brother listens to you guys and watches the show." And then you might know him, Paulie, as Hacksaw Montana.
Hell yeah. Great handle, by the way. Great. Are those, I mean, probably a stupid question, but are they your two favorite Niners of all time?
I mean, I'm more Steve Young because I'm a little bit younger than my brother. My brother was more Montana. So the jersey I have actually is a Steve Young, and he's got a Montana. But
there you go. And one last question before we get into the musical assignment, Greg. Has Mike, your brother, Hacksaw Montana, taken you to the Canyon Inn ever?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been a couple times. I've got myself a hacksaw burger.
Me too. Yeah, it's a great burger, man. That's my standard order down there. And I try to spread that word through all 49er fans in the community, because I went in there for the first time a couple of years ago, thanks to Tony, and it blew my doors off. It's like a 49er history museum. It's incredible in there.
It was great. I had a great time, and we went there for a lunch, and then stuffed myself with the hacksaw and fries and everything, and then didn't proceed to eat dinner because I.
Oh no, that's the only meal you're going to need that day. That'll take care of everything. And one quick word on Hacksaw Reynolds. First of all, the guy got the name because he chainsawed a car in half. That's one. Imagine that, like in a rage, a guy comes at you with a chainsaw, carves the car into two separate pieces. And I love this too. Ronnie Lott has talked about this a lot. Hacksaw Reynolds was kind of a mentor to Ronnie when Ronnie was a rookie. And Ronnie used to say, I know this sounds crazy, but this is the truth. Hacksaw Reynolds would get fully dressed at his house and then drive to Candlestick in full pads. Imagine that, like looking over on 101 and there's a guy in full gear driving his car. He would eat the team meal in pads. I mean, he was out of his mind, but what a character, and also a Super Bowl champion. They probably don't get that ring without Hacksaw Reynolds in Super Bowl 16. He was a big part of that defense.
It sounds almost like he should have been a Raider, because just showing up in his gear, going to a game. It sounds like a lot of the Raider fans.
Yeah, right, totally. Good call, man. Good call.
Oh, you're right. The Violator. By the way, Greg, you sound fantastic. By the way, the headset mic, you sound great, dude. And I gotta say, Paulie, when I spoke to Greg yesterday, and I was like, all right, before yesterday's show, I'm like, Greg, I know, because Greg every week he'll email in phenomenal musical assignment entries. Right. Where I don't see them coming, and out of left field sometimes. And of course, this week's musical assignment has a lot of people fired up. I got multiple texts and emails, Greg, today saying this is a great assignment, and that's when he dropped this week's musical assignment. But Greg, I'd love for you to explain it to the PMP Familia.
Sure. I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, listening to a Christmas album in the house, and it was featured a lot of light jazz saxophone, and it was so late 80s, early 90s. You could carbon date the album because of the way it sounded.
Right.
And so we just kind of had a good laugh at that. And it's like, well, that's kind of get the idea of where that was coming from. Well, fast forward a little bit, and I'm listening to classic rock radio, and I think Baker Street comes on.
Nice. Yeah.
And like Baker Street's got that wailing sax in there, but then you go look it up, it's like, oh, that's from the 70s.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, that's a little different. You're bucking the trend of just carbon dating it off of the sax. So then, I don't know, at some point later, I'm listening again, and now I get to hear another song on classic rock radio that's got saxophone. Like, oh, once is maybe, and twice is a coincidence, and then I hear it a third. All right, now I got most of the way to a playlist, and then I hit a fourth, and it's like, all right, now I've got a playlist. And it started out, and then pandemic started, and I don't know, texted my friends one day. I said, "Hey, I'm making this playlist with saxophone songs with featuring saxophone.
Yeah.
You guys have any contributions?" And it turned into a day worth of content for us. Texting back and forth and adding stuff to the list. And it just kind of has grown from there. Now I'm on the lookout for more songs with sax, and it's just some songs I know have it, and I leave off, or you get something like the opening to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band with the Turn the Page.
Totally. Great call. Great call.
Just a little dusting of saxophone right at the opening there, or
a sprinkling. Yeah, just a little sprinkle. Yeah.
Then you can have a song that has saxophone in it and it could be completely forgettable because the rest of the song is so memorable. So I know it's probably the most commercially successful cover of all time, and probably it took me longer than I would like to admit that I didn't realize it was a cover. But you can go view it on YouTube. It's got over 1 billion views. Is the Whitney Houston "I Will Always Love You"?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Do you remember the saxophone in that one? Because I don't.
Totally. I remember it. Yeah, Whitney Houston. That's a great, and originally written by Dolly Parton.
Yep. I mean, it's a great song, and her performance is great, but like there's sax in that, and I just was like, wait a minute, I didn't remember that part.
Right. Totally, dude. I didn't know Dolly Parton wrote that, Paulie. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a Dolly song. I think Whitney Houston made it famous. I think it was a #1 hit when she sang it. Rest her soul. What a beautiful singer she was.
Dare I say, Whitney might still be with us if she didn't get mixed up with Bobby Brown.
Let's not even go there. But I don't. You might be right about that. By the way, I mean, that couldn't have been a good influence. No matter how you slice it. So, all right. Well, let's do this, Tony. Why don't you run through the listener contribution first, and then
by the way, Greg, I'll send you this list.
Okay.
People send in just so because you said you wanted to add to your playlist. And by the way, I wouldn't mind if you shared at the end of the musical assignment, shared the playlist that you have for anybody that wants to check it out.
Good call, T. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. There's and it's genre covering. There's some rock in there, but there's this gets into pop songs, and certainly there's enough 80s songs that are totally 80s, but do have that saxophone in it to pad it out.
Also, Greg, in our chat yesterday, you mentioned that you had like 4 core songs, kind of like the Giants core 4 back in the day. I don't know if those are part of your assignment, but if they aren't part of your assignment, at the end, I'd love to know those 4 songs as well.
Yep. I wanna without I'm treating this as a surprise, so I like to see what everyone else comes up with and see if anyone's on the same wavelength before I. And it's those core 4, the 4 songs that was classic rock radio was like, all right, I've heard these 4 and they're good songs, and let's start the list.
Nice. Okay. And then Paulie, again, is the rule that if one song appears 3 times, it's automatically entered into the
we
list?
basically do it like this. If there's a song that gets multiple votes from the audience, that song will represent the listeners for that playlist. And again, just for anybody who's interested, there's a public playlist that I built, and I'll add all of today's songs to it. It's on Spotify. It's public. So just search for this PMP 26. And it's already taken shape. In fact, Neil Denardi texted me last week. He was working late one night, and he was rocking the PMP 25 playlist. And he was like, dude, I forgot this is on here. This is a great track. I mean, it really is fun. It brings back a lot of memories of the show when you kind of go through there. So we'll add all today's songs to that list. You can check that out anytime, download it, or just listen to it at your leisure. And we'll get there. So, okay, T, I'm going to hand it over to you, man. Tell us what the audience has today.
Yeah, and also that playlist is also available on Apple Music under the same name, PMP 26.
Thank you.
26 on Apple Music. And here we go. This is Greg Treela's musical assignment. Songs with saxophone that aren't jazz songs. Here we go. First one, David Bowie's Young Americans.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Right out of the gate, the sax is blazing on that one. Yeah, great one. Great.
That is from Ray Goodman and Ray Goodman and the Soulmates. We love Ray. Looking forward to whenever Ray's going to be gigging again. And I'm going to say a total honorable mention. He says Tower of Power's Squib Cakes.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it, but any Tower of Power mention I'm down with. So
totally. And by the way, trivia for your head, Tony, since you just saw the Bob Weir tribute last night, Bobby released a solo album in the early 70s that had a lot of songs that became Grateful Dead songs, like Playing in the Band, One More Saturday Night, Black Throated Wind, Mexicali Blues, and the Tower of Power horns are on that record, like backing up Bobby. Yeah. So if you ever wonder what the Tower of Power horns sounded like with the Grateful Dead, listen to Bobby's solo album. It's called Ace.
And I know Ace, and also probably the Lost Sailor they played last night. I was thinking about you last night.
I love freaking I am a lost sailor. I've been a lost sailor for years. Yeah, I've been too long at sea. You know what I mean? You've been too long at sea. I
love the change. That whole change. But stand by, everybody, stand by.
Thank you.
Just cause.
No reason. Yeah.
No reason. Just get Bobby on the show. So as we continue, Ray started off with David Bowie, Young Americans. Noemi, Ray's better half. Noemi Catalina. She's following up with Smooth Operator by Sade.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
And then she also honorable mention Madness's One Step Beyond from 1970.
Good song. Nice, Noemi. Good pull. Oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. Good one.
Dude, Noemi is just on fire. And then
One Step Beyond. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, that's a good track, man.
Ska music all day, Paul. You know I love ska music. So Fareed, aka Robot Centaur, is up next, and he says Ice Nine Kills. It is the end. Is the song. And so the band is Ice Nine Kills, and he has ink in parentheses for Ice Nine Kills, and the song is called It Is the End. I don't know it, but that's why I love about this musical assignment is it introduces me to music. So
I'll check them out. I'm only aware of the lead singer in another hard rock song, so I'll have to check that out.
Nice. So, but are you aware of that band, Greg, at all? I've never heard of them.
I've heard the name. I'm listening to another band. I've been into another band of late called Eva Under Fire, and one of their songs. The lead singer from Ice Nine Kills is in it. So
nice, Greg. All right.
Also, last week, your musical assignment, real quick, Greg. What was the band's name from last week that you picked?
A couple weeks ago was Guano Apes.
Dude, I don't know who they are, but I love the name. Do you guys know any Guano Apes? Yeah. Try that at the next wedding with the wedding band. Yeah.
Kind of a late 90s punk
sweet
band.
By the way, shout out to Greg's pipes too. Greg sounds amazing on the mic, man.
He sounds really incredible. Good. Yeah. Also, Don Peralta in the chat is saying that Ice Nine Kills open up for Metallica at Levi's. So one of the days
wow, good call, Dom. Nice. Okay.
Great call. Call. We proceed with Greg Treeler's musical assignment. Okay, this is Pine Needle. Pine Needle coming up next, and he says, here we go. Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah.
That's the freaking home
That's like the tone setter. That's the standard. Baker Street. And shout out to the Foo Fighters covered that at one point. Yeah.
That leads off the playlist. That's one of the four.
Totally.
Nice. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, we've got one down, Greg. That's great. All right. Next up is Nicky DiFrancesco, and he's bringing more Tower and Power to the party. What is Hip, which is probably my favorite Tower of Power song.
Okay.
What is Hip by Tower of Power from Nicky DiFrancesco. Arkansas Dave checking in from Arkansas, and he says the band is called Saxtribution, and the song is called Uptown Funk. I wonder if it's a cover of the Uptown Funk with what's
his name there? What were those
Bruno
guys?
Mars. Bruno Mars?
Yeah. No, Daft Punk. I think that was Daft Punk. Uptown Funk.
I think that was
or maybe it's Bruno Mars. I don't know, but I know the track. Yeah, it's a good song actually. Yeah,
producer too. The Mark. Whatever. We're sounding our age, Polly. Lily Merchant is up next. Oh, she goes. Lou Reed's "Take a Walk on the Wild."
Nice. You know what? That's like the best part of that song is the sax jam on the outro. Good call, Lily. And by the way, speaking of Lily, she says, that is Bruno Mars. So totally.
There we go. Up, down, funk you upset. Okay, so and then Mr. Lily. I love that Lily chimes in, and then she gives one for Mr. Lily Merchant. And Mr. Lily says, "Urgent" by Foreigner.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a big part of that song. Yeah.
That's two.
2 of the 4. We've knocked out 2 of the 4.
Yeah,
Okay. This is good stuff, Greg. Okay. Now we proceed. Oh, okay. Nutter. What's up, Nutter? Pacifica's finest Nutter. He says the song Gray Street by Dave Matthews Band. And Paulie, I don't know if you know the track, but that is a fantastic tune. Gray Street by Dave Matthews Band. And shout out Dave Matthews Band for, well, they lost their violin player and they added a sax player. Jeff Coffin from Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, and they did not skip a beat. So props to them. Moving on, John Joseph. Here we go. JJ says the band is called X-Ray Specs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nice, John. Nice.
And the song is called Oh Bondage Up Yours.
No, no, that's good. X-Ray Specs, pretty legendary band. That's awesome, John. Good pull, man.
And then he says also honorable mention the band The Stranglers and a song called Get a Grip on Yourself.
Damn, John knows his stuff, dude. Respect to John Joseph. I look forward to his guest host spot too. He's gonna, who knows what he'll have up his sleeve. Those are two really good ones. Thanks, John.
And also in parentheses, he says this is for all you early punk rocking punks, and this one goes out to all the broads of PMP. So awesome, John Joseph. So there you go. Awesome. Stevie Groschel, we know him as Grosch here on the show. Steve Groschel, and he says Careless Whisper.
Oh yeah,
Careless Whisper, George Michael.
Yeah. Cocoa Chris walk up music for a minute.
Yeah, dude. Good call, Greg. Good call.
Wow, great.
Careless Whisper. That is a hell of a walk up song.
Oh, Jeff Faust, bass player for the Freestone Peaches and dear friend of the program. Big part of the PMP Familia. Jeff Faust says, Your Latest Trick by Dire Straits.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Wow.
Now we're talking.
Nice, Fausty. Okay, Miriam following up, and she says, The Black Eyed Peas, they don't want music. Black Eyed Peas, they don't want music. I love it, Miriam. Miriam's
By the way, where's Fergie right now? I haven't seen Fergie in a while. Bring her back. You know what I mean?
Great question.
Yeah, Fergie kind of went underground. I could use the hit of some Fergie. Shout out Tony. Shout out Lady Humps. Okay, Lady Humps. Yeah, for real.
Okay, if you tangent off that one, there's a video of Alanis Morissette singing that song on YouTube.
Nice.
It is absolutely hilarious because she's singing it like it's a ballad. She's singing it slower and it's super seriously, and she it's absolutely hilarious. I'm not sure why that's not a bigger song, but it she breaks right at the end of the video because she could tell you she's having fun with it. But it is absolutely hilarious.
I'll check that out. I need to hear that.
Alanis Morissette. Wow, I had no idea. That's fantastic. I liked Alanis Morissette. Does she tour anymore? I think she's still gigging.
She did a record pretty recently. I think she did kind of a comeback thing. Yeah,
nice, good. That was Miriam with Black Eyed Peas. Now Rags checking in. Rags, hopefully everything's going well with the recovery.
Yeah, take care of that paw, Rags. Well, you need that. You need a healthy hand.
And if you want to stay a lefty afterwards, after you recoup, that's fine with me too, buddy. The left-handed nation will let you in, buddy. We'll take you in. He says, "You're a friend of mine" by Clarence Clemens. Dude.
Wow, with Jackson Brown. Remember that? Jackson Brown and Clarence. Wow, I totally forgot about that. Rags, nice pull, dude. You're a friend of mine. Yeah. That's awesome.
Something I did not see coming. See,
yeah,
great topic, Greg. So follow up Mark Gravy Graves. We saw Mark Gravy Graves on the broadcast yesterday from Scottsdale Stadium. Yep. He checks in with Seether's version of Careless Whisper. I guess Seether's.
That's two Careless Whispers. Yeah.
Do
you know that version, Greg?
I've heard it. Yeah.
Is it heavier?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. They're more of a hard rock metal band. So yeah.
Yeah, they add their touch on it. Good. And then Dom, Turn the Page, Bob Seger. How about that? Turn the Page, Bob Seger by Dom Peralta. He also honorable mention Wrong Way by Sublime and Brown Sugar by Rolling Stones.
Ooh, shout out to Bobby Keys, man. Bobby Keys playing sax for the Rolling Stones.
Dude, so 2 votes for Careless Whisper, and were there 2 votes for anything else? I think
that's the only one that got multiples.
Yeah. Okay. So Paulie, do you want to go first? Greg's going to go last. He's going to round it out for us. Do you want to go? You want to go 1 and 1? You want to go
I'll just give you both of mine, and then you give me both of yours. We'll just do it like that. Yeah. So this is a go-to for me. This is one of my favorite kind of sax jams of all time, and it comes from the Aerosmith bootleg album. in the 1970s. This came out in 78. This is my favorite period of Aerosmith. This is when they were just rocking their asses off. Great gatefold, too. I got to show you some of the pictures inside here. This is just like classic. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, a little closer. Yeah. Oh, God, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, the hair, dude.
There's a lot going on there, dude. There's a lot going on. But anyway, on this album, there is a song where Aerosmith covers James Brown. And it was recorded in 1973 at a club in Boston. So this is kind of Aerosmith, like people need to hear this because this will surprise you. Yep. The funky side of Aerosmith cannot be understated. So they do a cover of Mother Popcorn, and at the beginning of the song, and the sax jam is furious in this. It goes on for like 8 minutes. And at the beginning, he comes on and he goes, "We're going to bring somebody up on stage now with us, Mr. David Woodward. Going to blow some sax." And then they go into the whole, and Steven Tyler can do James Brown. So my first one is Mother Popcorn from the 1978 Aerosmith bootleg album. Great track, funky as hell. And then kind of like John Joseph, I'm going to the early days of punk rock. Again, I was talking about this band yesterday. This second track is going to be from The Damned. And this is the Music for Pleasure album.
Killer album cover, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like a Picasso almost. Like, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And there they are on the back. The whole thing is very trippy. This is a trippy record right here. And the last song on here is this is a punk rock band, but they do this song called You Know. Yeah, well, you know. And there is a massive sax jam on this over like the punk rock jam that's going on. It's a really interesting piece of music. So I'm going Aerosmith, Mother Popcorn. I'm going The Damned, You Know. There you go.
Nice. Beautiful. Paulie, I interrupt this musical assignment with an update from the PNP Familia. Escobar Cheeks III, love you. And I've been meaning to address this with you. It's funny. I never get his email in time. I always get it at like 1 a.m. tonight. It's going to show up like in the inbox at like 1 a.m. tonight. But hey, he texted me. And he says he sends in Pete Rock and CL Smooth. They reminisce over you, dude. That
okay.
Money, Escobar. Money call. And he says the saxophone starts at about 15 seconds in on that track. So, and then also Aaron Kask, I did see your email, and I apologize you were not included, but Aaron Kask also voted for Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street. So
so is that multiple votes for Baker Street now too?
Yeah, 2 for Baker Street.
Okay,
two for Careless Whisper, and 2 different versions of Careless Whisper.
Right.
By the way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you my 2 right now, and then Greg, I cannot wait to hear yours. And by the way, just to review, Greg had the 4 songs that started this whole topic. 2 of them have been taken. Again, there was Foreigner's Urgent, and what else? Oh, you know what? Also, Scarlet Fire. Did we say Scarlet Fire already?
You have not read hers, no.
Yeah, Scarlet Fire also on the email. She voted for Foreigner's Urgent.
Okay, so that's 2 for Urgent too. Okay, all right.
She also said honorable mention Jungle Land.
No question. I was waiting for somebody to drop that. That's probably Clarence Clemens' greatest solo. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Jungle Land, dude. So okay, Greg, it was Foreigner's Urgent. And what was the other one that was
Baker Street?
It was Baker Street. It was Baker Street.
My friend contributed they reminisce over you to the playlist, so I'm on board with Escobar there.
Right.
Well, nice, Greg. Nice. I'm on board with Escobar too. Whatever he wants to do.
Question is, Greg, are you on board with the cheeks of an Escobar? That's the main question.
How can you not be? You know?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. First track. I loved the band, The English Beat. Okay. I love the English Beat. I love that Dave Wakeling is still making music. Rankin Roger, rest in peace. They were the duo. And then the whole ska movement in the UK. This album is from, I'm looking for the year, 1980. Just Can't Stop It, The English Beat. And I'm going to go with the song Twist and Crawl. It's a subtle sax, but it is a very important sax. The same way Dave Ellis was sax playing last night for the Bobby Ware tribute. He wasn't over the top, but when he picked his spots, it was perfect. And the same way the sax is laid in on this track.
We call that beat tasty. He's very tasty. Yeah.
Dude, very tasty. And I'm just a Dave Ellis head, the same way I'm an English Beat head. So Twist and Crawl. I could do Mirror in the Bathroom. Mirror in the Bathroom is like their big hit off this
album.
album.
Mirror in the Bathroom.
Me too. Can I take you to a restaurant that's got glass tables? You can watch yourself while you are eating, Paul.
Yes, yeah, of course. Is there any other way to do it? Yeah.
But Twist and Crawl and it's got a great bass line. Twist and Crawl, English beat, first track. Love the English beat. And then this is my home run, and I'm surprised nobody else said it, but and maybe it was for a reason. I just gotta I'll just throw the album out there. It's just
Oh yeah.
And there's multiple sax numbers on this album, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, but Us and Them.
Yeah.
The sax solo in Us and Them is some of the sexiest, sultriest, non-jazz for Greg Trela saxophone that I've ever heard. And
great call, Tony. That the sax almost makes that whole song really what it is. That's a great call. Yeah.
And there's a whole song, Great Gig in the Sky, that's all saxophone as well on that album. But I'm gonna go with Us and Them. It's one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs of all time, and that goes into Any Color You Like, which is some of the funkiest Pink Floyd you'll hear because it just goes all keyboards and stuff. But Us and Them, sax solo, those are my two. Twist and Crawl, Us and Them. Now, hey, Greg Trela.
All right.
Phenomenal assignment, number one. And
it really was. Good idea, Greg, because we're getting a lot of cool tracks. Now, guys, before Greg goes, how do we, you know what? Maybe we'll just put them both on. So we got two, actually make that three. We might have to do 3 songs for the audience today because we got multiple votes for Careless Whisper, multiple votes for Baker Street, and multiple votes for Urgent. So I'm just going to put them all on. I'm putting all 3 on there.
Yeah, maybe Greg has one of those 3 as well.
Like a tiebreaker. Yeah.
Right. Well, I would say so. Both Urgent and Baker Street were 2 of them. Tony, you were close with the third one, and it was Money. It was
dude,
that's another good one. Yeah.
Nice.
And I think it's probably because Money gets more radio play than Us and Them. That's probably why it just clicked.
Yes.
And number 4 was actually the one I was thinking I was going to add to one of the ones I was going to add to the playlist, and that's George Thorogood and the Destroyers, "Bad to the Bone."
Oh yeah, come on,
on. By the way, last night at the Bob Weir tribute show, somebody standing right in front of me wearing a George Thorogood and the Destroyers t-shirt. I complimented him on the shirt.
Respect, man, nothing but respect. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So if we're talking about Turn the Page having a sprinkling of saxophone, "Bad to the Bone" is it's throughout. It's just it's going the whole time, and it's a song that's just it's played a lot, but it's certainly an enjoyable, and you can just groove to it.
So heck yeah.
Some other samples, and not necessarily for the playlist, but the other ones that keep in mind was something like my favorite Rolling Stones track, "Miss You."
Ooh, oh, hell yeah, dude. I've been walking Central Park singing After Dark. People think I'm crazy. Yeah.
What's the matter with you, boy?
Yeah. And then for Noemi, he shouts out the Puerto Rican girls in that song. He goes, "We gonna bring a case of wine, hang around with some Puerto Rican girls that just dying to meet you."
Oh yeah. If you want 8 minutes of just 80s deliciousness, you go Billy Ocean's "Caribbean Queen."
Oh.
Nice. I did not see that coming. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
It is. You need to make a playlist that's just called 80s deliciousness.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, the guitar, the synths, the saxophone, it's just one big melting pot of, like, if you want to stew in some 80s, that's right there. It's delicious. The end of Super Freak, Rick James is telling them to blow daddy, and they play the saxophone on the way out.
Hell yeah. Great call. Great.
And you can get something like more modern. You get something like Lady Gaga in the Edge of Glory's got some saxophone on the way out.
Nice, Greg.
But the one I wanted to, my second choice was one of them my friend introduced me to after making this playlist, and I have it in the same kind of box or same vibe as "Blinding Lights" by The Weeknd, and the song is "Midnight City" by M83.
Whoa, dude.
I don't know it, but I'll check it out. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what Greg brings to the table. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can't necessarily take credit for that one, but it is just I don't know. It's got a little bit of saxophone at the end, as kind of on the way out, same manner as a Super Freak, but it just as a good groove and good vibing song. So
nice.
Dude. Nice, Greg. God, you're on fire, man. See, no surprise, dude. No surprise. So, what did you name your playlist, by the way, on Apple Music?
It's called Rockin' Sax.
Rockin'
Somebody's
Sax.
got to name a playlist called drugs, sax, and rock and roll. You know what I mean? Somebody that's waiting to happen. Someone's got to do it. Yeah,
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
totally. There you go. Right.
Oh, that's great stuff. Hey, really quick, we also have a couple of supers, Paulie, that have they've on the chat put their picks in as well. So we've got Mark Gravy Graves. He also says the first kiss is free by the Iguanas. There you go.
Thank you, Gravy.
Thank you, Gravy. And I'm a member now for 9 months. Thank you, Gravy. That's awesome, man. And then Stinking Badges. What's up, Stinking Badges? It's been a while. Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. Sax player was Phil Woods, a jazz guy. Paulie will love this.
Don't go changing to try to please me. Yeah, I got you. A little easy listening Billy Joel for your listening pleasure. Right.
Oh, yeah, you're a Billy Joel guy. I should get you a Billy Joel shirt for Christmas.
Yeah, well, I already have. I got them all, Tony. I got the entire collection. I'm good. Yeah.
And then, so help me out with this one. Mike Val and SF. What's up, Mike? He's a super. He says, AWB, would you say? Would you stay? Do you know what?
Average White Band. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I have pick up the pieces on that playlist. So
Nice.
Ooh, that's a great one too. Wow, I totally forgot about that. Great call. That's a great jam. You know who's a fan of that song, Tony? Believe it or not, I remember him saying this to me once because he asked me to play this on the bone. Tony Salvador.
Get out of here.
I swear to God. Yeah,
wow.
You need me to play Pick Up the Pieces. Put it on. I swear to God. I swear on the stack of box. Yeah.
I can see him walking down the hall.
Yeah, like doing Tony, like yeah, totally.
By the way, Tony, wow, that's probably too much info. It's okay.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
Two
with
hands up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
2 hands up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. And Don Peralta is also a super, Greg, and he says heading to the scorer's desk, he fouled out on the musical assignment because he didn't have Escobar and Aaron Cask and Scarlet Fire. Dennis Morrison, Sweet Mad Hatter. Actually, I can go and give you Dennis Morrison and Sweet Mad Hatter. Stand by, Paulie. Just want to make this.
Yeah, it's all good. And thank you, Dom. I appreciate that. I fouled out. I like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis Morrison, who also says, dude, Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty. And then he also says, Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. That's a good call. Wow.
You know what? I like that song. And by the way, that now puts Baker Street out in front. So that's going to, unless something unforeseen happens, that's going to be the track from the audience. That's the one with the most votes from the audience. And it's a great song, Baker Street.
As a musical assignment alumni, Sweet Mad Hatter in Central Oregon, in Eugene, he chimes in with Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. So that's number 2 for Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. So thank you so much. And then it wouldn't be a musical assignment with Greg Trela if we didn't hear from Hacksaw Montana.
Nice.
Greg's brother. He says, great job, Greg. What an amazing musical assignment. For me, it is Ants Marching by Dave Matthews Band. Wow, which motivated me to play saxophone through high school.
Nice.
Dude. See, I didn't even know Mike Trela, also known as Hacksaw Montana, played saxophone through high school. So peel back the layers. I love it, Greg.
All right. Well, boys, that was fun, man. And Greg, very good assignment. The people definitely responded to what you were throwing out there. And dude, thank you. Just thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for being a listener back in the day with the Murph and Mac show. And again, I can assure you that Tony and I love the opportunity to meet you guys. And it's great to put like a face to the names that we see on the comments board. So, dude, thank you again, Greg. And dude, have a fantastic weekend and be in touch. We'll see you on the chat.
Oh yeah, I'll be around. Momo, it's my pleasure to come on. I can't believe we went this whole time and none of us mentioned Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good call. And only one Bruce Springsteen, too. I thought we were going to get a lot of Bruce songs, but only one Bruce and no Huey. Yeah.
That's crazy. And by the way, Greg, you're getting all kinds of love in the chat, man. Everybody's saying great job. You're crushing it. You're killing it. Great. Rags with one hand, just typed with one hand. Nice job.
True.
Nice
work, great call, Tony. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, man. All right, Greg. Rock and roll, brother. Have a great weekend, man.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Greg.
And
phenomenal. See? that is what the musical assignment is all about. Thank you so much. Everybody that's done it so far has crushed it, has knocked it out of the park, man. It's just been so much fun. And again, songs I didn't even see coming, dude. And so Baker Street is going to be the one that also is included on the playlist, correct?
Yep, that's correct. Along with your 2 tracks, Twist and Crawl and Us and Them. Again, I literally update the playlist right after the show, so you can hear all this stuff as soon as we wrap it up here. But we're not going to wrap it up, Tony, until we give some love to Neil Donardi and Longbridge Pizza, my main man down there in the dog patch. He's flipping pies. He's making great food for all of us to enjoy. It's kind of been like our home away from home since we started doing this show. Neil has opened his doors to us, not only, as welcome guests to eat his pizza, but also, for the parties we've had, for the studio that he put in for us upstairs at Longbridge, where Tony and I do shows. Tony goes up there a lot to work, and we just appreciate Neil on so many levels. If you haven't been baptized yet to the great pizza of Longbridge, you need to get your butt down there. 2347 3rd Street. It's open all weekend. In fact, the Lakers coming to town tomorrow night. So if you're lucky enough to have a ticket to that game, go on down to Longbridge before the game, or hell, even stop by afterwards. You can pick up a pizza on your way home after the game if that's easier for you. 2347 3rd Street in the dog patch, as we always like to say. Stop by, join the Vibe Tribe, enjoy the playlist. We like to do our playlist, dude. Steven, his playlist might be the best I've ever heard, and I'm not embellishing. He blows me away every time I go in there. I'm like, is he playing live Jane's Addiction right now? And yes, the answer is yes. He'll follow that up with some Black Sabbath. He'll throw in some Led Zeppelin. I mean, he's a really, really good DJ, Tony. And that's what Neil cultivates. Like, he cultivates like this whole kind of family vibe down there. And that's why they call it the Vibe Tribe. We have the PMP Familia. He's got the Vibe Tribe, and it really is a vibe. So get on down there, enjoy the pizzas, try the Polymac Particle Pizza if you want to give that one a run. That one was very popular on Radio Row at the Super Bowl. Like, the Polymac Pizza got eliminated immediately, so that made me happy. But all his pizzas are great. The Nico, the Sophia, the specialty sandwiches on Wednesdays. Tony, we've said it, but for those who haven't tried it yet, you got to trust me on this one. Get on down to Longbridge Pizza, or if you're in the city, place an order for delivery. Just do it on the webpage. Longbridgepizza.com.
Yes, Paulie. And also, last night, Neil Donardi showed up at Shoot 360, the new location on 23 Karen Street, slinging pizzas. And dude, by the way, while he's there, 3 different people asked me for Neil's contact information because they want to hire him to do a private event. So if you want to hire Neil to come cater your private event, to sling pizzas and do it as a Rising Wolf here on the PMP Familia chat, he hired Neil to do his wife's 50th birthday party, and it was a smashing success. We're talking, he's going to do some graduation parties coming up. Neil, Neal, at longbridgepizza.com if you want to email him. Neil at longbridgepizza.com, or you can always email us, pauliespod@gmail.com, and we'll put you in touch with Neil as well. And Paulie, also, Cardi B is at Chase Center tonight. If you're going to Cardi B, go to Longbridge Pizza first, because Cardi B is, she's going to rock the house, and the place is going to be a huge crowd.
I'm going to predict she'll throw a Klay Thompson jersey on tonight, be it in Clay's former gym. Yeah, she'll probably acknowledge Klay to the Bay Area. And by the way, how about that for a power couple, dude? Did you hear what Klay got her for her birthday? Did you hear the gift he got her? He gave her a Rolls Royce for her birthday. Dude. I guess that's how the rich and famous celebrate birthdays. Here's a Rolls Royce for you. Have a nice birthday. That's a true story. Yeah.
That's incredible, man. Yeah. So hopefully Clay's in the house. He probably is.
Dude. Oh my God. Now you're killing me.
I know. So sometimes just a good slice of cheese pizza is what you need, right? And there it is right there. If you're going to Cardi B tonight, go to Longbridge and grab a slice or grab a pie and grab a beer before you head out there. And then tomorrow, again, like Paulie said, Lakers Dubs, 5:30 tip tomorrow, either before or after the game, head to Longbridge as well. And then also, like we said, too, if you want to get in touch with Neil for private events, get in touch with him, Neil at longbridgepizza.com, or make your orders at go to www.longbridgepizza.com. And also, Paulie, last thing.
Yeah.
I think we should try and get Steven to do the musical assignment one of these Fridays.
Bro, what a great, thank you. See, this is why I keep Creative Tony around. He's got all that's a great idea. Although I'd be kind of intimidated.
I know.
I love music, but this kid's operating on a whole other level, man. So yeah, but great idea. If you guys are listening, and by the way, hello Longbridge. They always have the show on the flat screens in there. What's up, y'all? Hope you're enjoying your Longbridge pizza and take on the challenge, Stephen. To accept our challenge. I would love to have him as a guest sponsor. And one last thing for Gravy Graves. I did see your super. It's working for sure. So thank you, guys. Yes, Escobar. Thank you, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, I just fouled out of the show.
Well, hold on. This is Gravy's second super. So, by the way, Gravy, yes, we did. We saw that. Gravy, you rule. And thanks for joining the show yesterday. Keep rocking the Giants gear at Scottsdale Stadium. Paulie, take it away.
I blame the Grateful Dead for the brain damage that I've inflicted upon myself over the years. Escobar's right. Megan the Stallion, not Cardi B, dude. I hang my head in shame. I am sorry. I mixed them up. You're right. He's dating Megan the Stallion, not Cardi B. I raised my hand. I found out. Yeah.
It didn't even go off in my detector. I was thinking about Steven doing the musical assignment the whole time and loading up pizza porn. And I just went along with it, but Cardi B, hey, if Clay was dating Cardi B, he'd be pretty stoked on that as well. So,
and maybe he already has. Maybe he's moved on. I don't know. And thank you, Escobar. Love you too, bro. I've been known to make mistakes like that. All right, Tony. On that note, listen, PMP Familia, have a great weekend. You guys enjoy this warm weather. I can't believe how warm it got so fast, but enjoy it while we have it. I'll update the playlist in just a second here, and I'm going to go eat some lunch myself. That pizza made me super, super hungry. So, all right, guys, that's it. We will come back on Monday at high noon, ready to rock and roll. Everybody be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. And Tony, I'll let you take us home, kid.
I will definitely take us home, Paulie. And I had something else, but I can't remember what it was. Gosh darn it. That's okay. So stand by and business hours are over, baby.
Thanks again, PMP Familia. Y'all be cool out there. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll be right back here on Monday at high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Have a great weekend.